So, firstly, Brijesh, sir, thank you for joining us and congratulations on your silver at the Masters in Snooker. It was a
Thank you.
great tournament and you performed greatly, and you've been quite consistent recently in the past few months. I should say, past few years, actually. So, just tell me about this recent medal of yours.
I just came back from Bahrain day before yesterday, where we went to play the World Masters uh, snooker event, and I won a silver for India there. I eventually lost to Mohammad Asif from Pakistan, who's the current world champion right now. Who was defending his title. So it feels very nice because this has come at the back of winning the Asian team gold last month. So the idea of uh, doing well consistently is what gives us motivation to practice every day. And you will also agree that being in an individual sport, it is very difficult to be consistent. So we all always try to be the best version of ourselves, and God has been kind, because whatever hard work that I've done on the practice table is finally showing off on the match table also.
Absolutely. And you mentioned about obviously before we went on this interview that there are more losses and wins. Apart from that, the entire Indian contingent, whether it's Manan Chandra or Pankaj Advani, however, we are just seeing these names, hearing these names which we've been hearing for decades actually. So, and snooker and billiards both, like when it comes to popularity, do you think there has been any change in the past decade?
See, uh, online, because of social media, because of YouTube, there have been a lot of new avenues by which people are now able to see and watch the top players play in action. Even for us players, it has been a big help in terms of getting educated about the new ways to improve our game. But somehow there's a lack of connectivity with the TV audience, the telecast, and not the webcast, because of which I personally feel that we've not been able to reach out to the masses as far as India is concerned, to reach the not not the A cities, to reach the B, C, and the smaller towns, because there's a lot of talent. There was a research done by one of the top B schools, and they said that in India more than 20 crore people play billiards or snooker or pool, any form of cue sports. So on a regular basis. So that is a talent that we want to explore. We want to take it to the schools, and the day we can inspire another child to pick up a cue, to take it as a career, to dream that when he wins the gold, there'll be the national anthem playing on the podium. I think that is the day we all will be satisfied and will be happy.
Absolutely. And do you think it is because of a lack of structure? Because, like you said, people do play pools, in clubs, etc. You will obviously, now even in apartments, you have a clubhouse and you'll definitely find a pool table there. So I don't think there is a problem of accessibility here, but maybe a problem of a structure where maybe someone who's playing pool doesn't know, or snooker or billiard doesn't know that there he or she can reach to bigger levels. So is that thing missing?
It is definitely missing. See, we as players, we can do what we can do. We cannot do everything. It is eventually in the hand of the people who are running the game. But uh, saying that, I truly believe that the federation is trying their best, maybe, but they've genuinely not done enough to not have a league in a sport like ours, where the game is so attractive to look to. I mean, I have never seen a kid who walks into a billiard room, or goes near a pool table and can walk away at once. They are always enticed by the color of the balls, but the click of the balls, the color of the table. It made me curious, and I know my son, my one of my nephews, by seeing them, I can tell you definitely that every kid likes to at least try the game once. So if the federation uh, has its priorities right, if they work towards it, I think initially get it on TV so that the larger audience can connect. Get it into schools, tie up with schools, and get the tables installed. Uh, Particular areas, particular states, they're doing their job very well. But we need a pan India revolution for snooker to regain its popularity. However, saying that, uh, I and you, we played the Asian Games and we know how special it was. So 2030, snooker is back into Asian Games after a 20-year hiatus. So hopefully, the federation can build up on that and try and make the game more popular, get it on TV. Webcast is very good, but ultimately the IPL, the badminton league, the volleyball league, the kabaddi league, you want the league on TV. That is where a common common player can believe that he can be a superstar. He can be a Pankaj Advani. He can be Aditya Mehta.
Absolutely. Talking about other things, finances. It is a very financial heavy sport. I mean, with training, a lot of tournaments, traveling around. Do you see a lot of brands being interested in sponsoring athletes in snooker, billiards?
See, it goes hand in hand. Once you're visible, the brands also come. But right now, even though we played the Asian, we played the World, it was again everything was on the online, only webcast. So earlier, when we were kids, I would remember that DD Sports would show us the World Championships live on DD Sports. So now, when we have thousands of sports channels, you have not a single channel which shows snooker live on TV. So, but again, there are bands who come to us obviously because of internet. There are other brands who want to promote only on the web. So I recently got an offer from one of the eyewear companies, and they were very dejected to find that I don't wear specs. So it was sort of hilarious, but all at the all I think that right now the federation needs to capitalize on every Indian player doing so well. We won so many medals. Every tournament that an Indian enters, we enter as favorites, and this is despite the support, the lack of support in terms of preparation and all. Yes, I would also like to thank them because it was an idea that I, Pankaj, and Aditya floated to them before the Colombo event that we need to practice together to uh, prepare for the Asian Championships. It was agreed. The secretary of the BSFI, the coach, they agreed that this can only help, and we were very fortunate that the Karnataka State Billiards Association at Bangalore, they provided us with adequate, brand new tables, brand new ball sets to prepare ideally for the event. And that is why in the next two events, probably all three of us have won medals. Asian team, we won the gold together. Right now in the World Masters, I won the silver. In the six reds, Pankaj won the silver, Aditya won the bronze. So it eventually tells you that if you can prepare in the right way, medals will come. And if medals come, sponsors will come. If sponsors are coming, medals are coming, then obviously a kid will like to take up the sport. And that is how the sport grows, and that is how more sponsors will come in. Cricket was not made cricket in one day, it was built over time. And that everything started with the players doing well. Everything started with new people wanting to take up the sport. Imagine any sport where no kid wants to play, there'll be no sponsors. So
Absolutely. And apart from the federation's role, of course, there's government's role as well. We have different schemes for different sports. I don't see a Pankaj Advani or a Brijesh Damani in top scheme or similar scheme. Okay, they are a very Olympic focused scheme, but there are multiple other schemes where athletes are being supported on a monthly basis. Do you think government should also be focusing on bringing in snooker billiard players under their ambit?
It's it's a very different feel when you certainly feel, because see, we work every day, we work 365 days for that one day of glory. And I mean, Olympics is huge. It is definitely huge, once in 4 years, but it is once in 4 years. You cannot devalue somebody who's winning every year. Ultimately, it is about consistency. A player is a player. An athlete who represents the flag. It should not be that because he's playing a particular sport, we cannot control which sport is in Olympics. As sportsmen, all we can do is to ensure that we do our best and win more and more laurels for India. So the government should see all its sportsmen as their own babies. Like you do not differentiate within your own children, they should do the same. Yes, some people deserve more. They deserve more recognition, but it should not devalue people like us. It is no fault of ours that we were not in the Asian Games, we were not in the Commonwealth, we were not in the Olympics. Although saying that, I'm extremely excited that after 20 years I will have a crack at the Asian Games. Hopefully, my dream came true in Guangzhou in 2010 when I got to stand on the podium and I could see the Indian flag going up. So hopefully 2030, that is the next aim. 2030, the Doha Asian Games.
I think that would be brilliant. My final question to you is, where do you see the future of snooker billiards if nobody steps in? Do you think, maybe once we introduce the leagues and more support pours in from not just federation, governments, brands, but across, like people uh, recognize more, because like we see paddle, pickleball, just very new sport picking up so rapidly. What do you think the future of billiard snooker pool is in this country?
Future looks very nice. See, because recently what IBSF did was they clubbed the Masters event along with the Juniors event, the under 15, the under 17, and the under 21. And seeing the talent that we have in India right now, with a little bit of more exposure, with the right amount of coaching, with the right people coaching them. We also need people to coach the coaches in India. So, if the right people help them, then I think we're in safe hands. Although you have to understand that this is not cricket, this is not badminton. Here, you need experience also to do well. So that is why probably after even having played for so long, we are still at the top as far as the national rankings are concerned. And but hopefully, if they get to play more with us, if they get to gel with us, they see our work ethic, our culture. I'm sure they will do well. And I only see India winning more medals every event, more world champions, more Asian champions, and hopefully the Indian flag flies high every time.
Thank you so much for taking out your time to talk to us today, Brijesh. And
Thank you,
we
Dr.
wish you all the best for all your future tournaments.
Thank you so much. Thank you.